Well, good morning guys and girls, I hope you're all doing bloody well and welcome along to another episode of Draw With Mikey, episode 76, Fantastico. For those of you who are new, welcome along. This is the super casual spoiler alert, swear word alert, midweek series where basically it's my opportunity to catch up with you guys, the viewers. I read through your comments and basically we just have a chat. Anything is open for discussion, don't be shy. If you've got something you want to say to me and you've noticed I've probably missed it in the comment sections to other videos, get into the comment section here. This is where I try to have a really thorough look every week and see what's going on with you guys. Now, it is morning but not crazy early from my perspective. Got myself a cup of tea, day off work, and an opportunity to click through and seeing what's going on with you guys. Last episode we did Tide Pod Chan, which is just the way the world is at the moment, and maybe we'll do some more Chans in the future. I've been getting loads of suggestions on Twitter, so thank you very much everybody for getting in touch. We've got, what was on the to-do list? We've got Ugandan Knuckles Chan, Clorox Bleak Chan, Nutella Chan. I don't think that's probably what we're doing at the moment. Right now, whilst I'm recording, I haven't actually done the video footage. I'm probably going to go live on Twitch when I finish here and probably actually just work on some basics. So maybe you're just seeing some basic construction examples for models. So if you've clicked on a video for that, if this is what I do, it might be something completely visually different. But if you have clicked on a video for that, yeah, this is the series where I just talk and walk my way through with you guys to have a bit of a hangout. But if you're just here for the visuals, I hope you find any of the training that we're up to be of use. Anywho, that's all the introduction out of the way. CV, Drawing Etchy, a long time hardcore person of the comment section, always a pleasure to have you, says, your Tide Pod Chan is too cute. Thank you very much. I like a lot how you made her hair more curly. Yeah, no, I really struggled over that hair, but I wanted to get like more curls and a different type of texture going than just the curl shape of the Tide Pods. These memes really get adorable lately, so many cute waifus. I really want to draw some meme girls too. Awesome work as always, Mikey. CV, get yourself on that meme girls action. CV, for those of you not in the know, has her own channel and does, as the name implies, a lot of etchy characters. Josh Spanks Official says, eat Tide Pods every day. Smoke Tide Pods every day. Dum 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 na 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 la di da di da. You gotta get your motherfucking Tide Pods, motherfucker. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, you just set me off, Josh Spanks. Eat pods every day. Oh man, I need to get some Snoop back into my life. Oh, you know what? Sidetrack already. That UK grime scene, everybody. Oh, blah, fingers blah, cluck cluck, boom, and all that sort of stuff. Tut tut tut. Like, in my day, we had Snoop Doggy G. You know what I mean? Like, snizzle me nizzle, faux shizzle, and all of that stuff. It's a different world these days, isn't it? Anyway, Scorpio Scraptor says, when people tell you you shouldn't eat Tide Pods, it's a lie. Truth is they are very nutritious and very healthy. Remember that. Good knowledge, Scorpios. Good, correct knowledge. And Chloe Earth says, could you draw some Danganronpa characters from version 1, 2, and 3? I'd like to see Junko, Sonia, and Angie for the females, Togami, Gundam, and Uma for the males. Of course, you don't have to. I'd just really like to see it. Well, Chloe Earth, this is exactly the kind of place to make requests and ask me about stuff, so I don't really know what you're talking about. So let's Control C into a new tab for Danganronpa characters. Oh my god, there's loads of characters. Is this Giant Bomb? Is this a game? What the hell am I looking at? There's loads of them. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave that tab open for investigation later. That's very, very curious. You know what? This is a thing. If you like... Ooh. Let's messages. Let's turn my phone onto silent for the rest of this thing. If like you're really into illustration and artwork, like most of us are, although if you're not, welcome nonetheless. I hope maybe you're getting your own artwork done in the background. Maybe you're getting your own non-art related stuff, and you just love the sound of Mikey. I don't blame you. You know who you are. But in terms of this, like, if there's something you're into, the world of illustration and drawing anime characters is endless. There's so many variations. When you think you've seen it all, the art style of this is really particular. It's got a really old Street Fighter vibe about it, even though it's clearly like a straight up anime game? What? Anyway, very curious, Chloe. Thank you very much for the suggestion. And One Ramen says Tide Pods are good for your health. Correct. I suspect most of the comment section today is going to be like reactionary Tide Pod bants. So deal with it. Really Unbeatable says, really nice. Oh, and I know how the struggle of being bad at first-person shooters. Oh, yeah, dude. It's bane of my life. I like to draw with dip pens and Indian ink now that I'm trying to draw digitally. Do you have any tips for traditional artists switching to trad digital? Dude, really Unbeatable. Stick with it. It's a completely new medium. It takes a good while to get the hang of it and get used to it and see what's going on. So just keep cracking and slowly you'll come around to finding the ways. It's a really pain in the ass for, I think, a lot of people who've become very used to working traditionally with their inks and pens and relatively confident in their skills. And you forget that actually you've done years and years of not being confident, or months and months at the very least if you're a bit of a genius, and then you're back at that stage again when you're working on a digital tablet, and that can really frustrate some people, especially if they reach to art as a method of relaxing and chilling out. But you do need to get over the hump a little bit, and then it's clear running, he says, for a guy who still struggles to make a clean art line on a digital tablet. David P says, I'm from New Hampshire, USA. David P, awesome. Thank you very much for following along and listening in. Previous to the last Tide Pod episode, I did just ask you guys casually, what parts of the world are you from? So maybe we're still going to get a few answers of that as well, which is absolutely great. And Laurie Valdez says, hello. Hello, Laurie. I would like to say that you, sir, have some mad art skills here. Oh, thank you very much, Laurie. You have my full respect because I really dig your funky art style. Big thumbs up. Also, do you specialise in only digital art, or do you also dabble in a bit of traditional as well? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. No worries. This is the Q&A place to be. Yeah, so if you go really far back in my videos, you'll notice a lot of pencil work and a lot of ink work and some watercolour, which is mostly what I've been up to. I don't mind acrylic. I haven't quite got any experience for years and years in it. But yeah, I'm happy to get back into it. You might have just noticed I've just done a review for some watercolour art pens by some very nice people who are just getting their business going there. Actually, they're so kind in all of their emails. Obviously, they've got to be, I'm sure, for the sake of, they want me on their side for the promotions. But bless them, they're just like, oh, thank you so much. I'm really excited. Oh, it's so cool. Anyway, like whenever I work with a smaller company, I say smaller, they might be a massive business, but whenever I work with another company or liaise with someone, and the person I'm talking to in the emails is like really kind and enthusiastic, I'm always just like, that's so nice. Yeah, I'll promote your stuff, no worries. But anyway, what I was getting at is that, yeah, I actually played around with these watercolour art pens, and it's the first time in a really long time that I've actually gone to some traditional medium colour. I'm going to have to grab myself a set of colouring in pencils and like blending pencils and stuff and play around. Not high-end Prismacolor stuff, because Mikey's a bit skint these days, but like just something where it really forces me back into the traditional game, because I want to get on it. Watercolor I love, I really do. Using those watercolor pens is a bit of a mixed bag learning experience. They're really, really good for very particular tasks, I think, those pens. And also probably a great gateway for getting people into watercolour painting as well. But basically, Laurie, yes, I do. Not half as much as I'd like to, but we'll see how we go. We're going back to basics this year, everybody, which is why there's a 5 out of 10 chance, 50%, that what you've got on screen right now is me just practicing basic forms. Maybe it's just building blocks, loose form studies, or torsos. I've no idea. I haven't physically started it yet at the time of recording, but we'll see how we go. Staz Anime says you need to draw the way of the devil. I've got a rough idea for Ugandan Knuckles-chan, but I'm terrified it's going to come across as racist. So I really, because like, I hope I'm not. You never truly know, do you? Like, until you deal with another culture. I've certainly got love in my heart. I'm confident about that. And I'm like, I'm well up for fucking, people from all around the world. So none of that's an issue. But I'm terrified that I will do something that will be interpreted as being not okay for work, even though I genuinely mean the best. I just want to have fun with an image. We'll see. We'll see what I do about that. Pog Champadeno Clipperino says, Pog Champadeno Clipperino, have you recently changed your name from something else? Because I'm sure I recognise you. Big Shaq Chan, please. Big Shaq! Tastes so good. Does anybody remember that? Is it just me? Have I just sounded like I've gone mental? I'm thinking about that Vine meme where it's his face is all like all over the place. Is that Shaquille O'Neal? Let's just double check. Big Shaq. Oh man, are we just going to remember Vines? Oh no. Oh no, he's the man's not hot. It's him. He's brat ting ting boom. Shit, we were just talking about him earlier. Tut tut. Big Shaq. Ah, man. Yes, maybe. But, you know, he's like... They don't mess around, those UK gangsters. You'll get knifed or shot. Probably knifed. Bad Bandita says, do you have original characters that you still draw? Bad Bandita. You know what? As I've been going through things, other than, like, in the back of my head, this manga I've got going on, a couple doujin ideas and a cartoon that's not an anime comic at all that I want to work on. I don't have a lot of anime OCs. We only recently developed some when we did the Christmas Elves. It turns out I've now got two. We've got, what was her name? Shit. Victoria on the top, and we've got Danny, air quotes, Elfman from the composer. But I don't know if Elfman's going to be her surname, but we might just call her Danny Elfman because I love it. I love the pun. But yeah, so yes, thank you very much for asking. We've got a couple more to come in the future, I dare say. But most of my OC stuff, so to speak, is kind of in the writing stage for a manga that I'm kind of curious about testing out. But before I do that, I need to have a go at, you know, like a very short one-shot manga to work out all the techniques of the tones and the printings, and is it something I'm going to release online or just through Patreon, or what do I want to do? Do I just want to create something and get it out there and hope for the best, or do I need to, like, find a publisher or an online content thing? Who knows? Who knows? Bad Bandita, do you have OCs of your own? And if so, share them. 0 Hour 17 says, well, if you're drawing memes, you need Ugandan Knuckles-chan. 0 Hour 17, as you've probably heard, that's already on the list. Jalen Smith says, hey Mikey, hello Jaden. Can you draw Leonardo from Blood Blockade Battlefront? It's a cool anime. And I like your drawing, keep it up, dude. Well, thank you very much, good sir. Blood Blockade Battlefront, Leonardo. So, if you guys follow along over time, you know already, but what I often do is I grab all of your ideas, Leonardo, and stick them in a new tab, so that by the end of the DWM, I've got all of this stuff to, like, favourite, bookmark, and come back to later for further investigations. This guy has got some funky blue eyes. What's that all about? Yeah, we can come back to this. I think there's some interesting designs going on at the very least. Love a lot of eye stuff. It's always a very visually appealing thing. Oh, I didn't put it on silent, I put it on vibrate. What do you know? Natsu Dragneel says, hi Mikey. Hello Nat. So I've stopped in your I've stopped in your comment halfway through. I'm just gonna have a sip. Oh, that's good. I mixed up the tea bags recently, for those of you who care. From PG Tips to Taifu, and I've gone from Taifu now to Yorkshire tea, simply because I got really used to the taste of coffee to the point I wasn't tasting anymore. I started drinking a lot of coffee towards the end of last year. So now I'm cycling through the tea so that the flavour and taste is always a little bit different on my tongue and a little bit fresh. It might sound like a crazy person thing, but it means that my cups of tea have just become slightly more stimulating and I really like it. Anyway, Natsu says, how's life coming at you? Natsu, you know how it goes. You got to roll with the punches. There are some challenges. There are some exciting things. We'll see how we go. More news to follow shortly, depending on how this spring works out for Mikey. But in a very day-to-day sense, I'm trying out new teas. It's working out very well. Thanks for asking. How, Natsu? How the hell are you? Anyway, do you remember the request about how to draw lingerie and how to shade it? I hope you make a tutorial because I'm a big fan of your style and your tutorials have helped me a lot. Thank you very much. I'm very glad to hear it. I've been a subscriber for not sure how long, but I will continue to be, and your Tide Pod Chan is so cute and hot. Hashtag hardcore crew. Hashtag sip of tea. Dude, thank you very much for the support. I mean, even people who never get in the comment section, don't worry about it. You're always welcome to whenever you want to. There's no pressure around here. This is a safe place, guys. We're just hanging out. But yeah, anyone who's clicked that subscribe button over the years and literally just follows along, maybe they don't have the time to follow, but they've stayed subbed because, you know, they're not so cruel they're going to unsubscribe to me or anything like that. But yeah, it's greatly appreciated. Obviously, it's really, really cool that this thing is a thing. Which is my way of getting all that thanks out of the way. If somebody else says thank you very much, I've subscribed, I'll just be like, yeah, of course you have. But anyway, hardcore crew, sip of tea. One more thing, if I was living where you are, then I'd really love to be your friend and play Witcher 3. You're awesome. That's it. That's such a kind thing to say. Thank you very much, dude. Oh, it's a little bit touching. Contemplate Tech says, you asked what were we up to, and I'm just cruising eBay. Yeah, I did ask. You're just cruising eBay looking for Wacom Cintiq Companion 1. Dude, what about the... Companion 1s are cheaper, sure, but Companion 2s are really, really good. while setting up to record a gaming video for YouTube. Also watching you draw like a boss. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking. Hardcore crew, Tide Pod Chief, Tide Pod Chef. Oh. Contemplate Tech. How's your gaming lifestyle getting on? Well, I hope. And what are you doing about a drawing tablet in the end? Did you go for the companion? Is it because you want that, on the go lifestyle instead? I'm just curious about your requirements. Anyway, Elmer's Glue says, Yo Mikey! Hello Elmer's. I know you have a 10-kilometer long list of characters people have suggested you draw. I do indeed. But you should check out Android 21 or Mage and Android 21 from the new Dragon Ball video game. I'm in love with her design and I just think you should take a look on the old Google Images. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. Dude, I've seen this. I'm going to double check. Mage in Android 21. Really randomly. I came across this the other day and I was just like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember Majin Buu eating Android 18. And then... Wait, it's Android 18 as a girl, isn't it? Android 21... Oh, shit. I thought Android 18 was a woman. Anyway, Majin Android. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of images just recently flush the internet. So maybe I should have a play sooner than later. Oh, maybe I should have a play much sooner than later. What do you guys think? Should I make that like a thing for the weekend? Oh shit, yo, I really don't know what I'm going to do about that. Strike while the iron is hot and all of that sort of stuff. Mage in Android 21. Just from the video game. So what am I thinking of? It's Android... Sorry, guys. It is Android 18, not 21. Oh, I see. Android 21 is just some random character I've never seen in my life. Is that from the new video game or stuff? With brown hair. Android 18 is for one that we know and love. Excellent. Oh, I'm burping up that tea. Okay, back on track. But thank you very much for reminding me about that, because yes, I've suddenly just seen all this coming up, and I'm just like, wow. I'm so surprised Dragon Ball's like gotten the wind in its sails again, and it's all happening. I still have a long way to go through Dragon Ball Z. I've read all of the original Dragon Ball manga. Got it in Japanese, love it. I've read most of it in English, I should say. I'm still rereading it in Japanese, which goes up to Dragon Ball Z. I've got the entire saga until the end of Majin Buu. But it's going to take me a good few years to work through it in my spare time. Spare time? But I don't have. Billy van der Veer says, should I buy a new tablet or a new pen because my Wacom Intuos pen is broken? Any help? Billy van der Veer, get yourself onto Wacom's forums and help desks and websites. But if it's just the pen that's broken, it might just be a bit cheaper. I know those Intuos tablets aren't the most expensive things in the world, but it's still money to cough up. A new one might be a nice step. But really... see what the professionals have got to say. Don't take my random advice, because I could tell you to get a new pen and maybe there's another problem altogether. Eclipse Zero says, Hey Mikey, hello Eclipse. I was wondering, will you draw the other characters from Hyperdimension Neptunia since you did Purple Heart a while ago? Also, Tide Pod, 7.5 out of 10. Meme review. Skra to do, fara to do. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. I give this meme a 7.5 out of 10. For anybody who doesn't watch the exact same YouTube that I watch, probably none of this makes sense, but I know there are a few of you out there, so thanks a lot. Yes, Hyperdimension Neptunia characters. I understand that they have some other juicy ones. I was only really playing around with that character other than requests, because at that time, you'll notice that I tried something a bit different with my art style. Made it a bit more pastel-y, looser. Oddly enough, kind of had Zeronis in mind a little bit. Not anything like his art style, but slightly more in that direction. Just to kind of see what I can do. And also because I wanted to create a piece that didn't take me hours and hours. Just to kind of chest up, mostly face shot, that I could do in a few hours of a sit down. Create something instead of, painstakingly over something over time. I'm still trying to find that rhythm. How much detail and effort do I want to put into a piece versus how quickly do I want to be able to produce pieces? What's my agenda? Hey, what is it? Anyway, Ghost91120 says, Hey, Mikey. Hello, Ghost. First, Earth-chan is bodacious and bouncy. Excellent, we'll keep that in mind. Second, if you're interested in the merchandise route, which I think would be cool, I know a few other YouTubers use sharkrobot.com. You can set up your own subscription store and they have lots of merchandise options, t-shirts, print, etc. Third, apologies for the impromptu role-playing in the last stream chat. P.S. Checked out Film Cram, love it. Any more from you and Ken on the horizon? I know how busy you are. Oh, dude, Ghost, thank you very much. Firstly, I'm opening up Shark Robot into a new tab. Oh, shit. Oh, and it's heavily anime influenced as well. Oh my god. I've just seen a House of Cards t-shirt, but instead of what's his name, the disgraced actor, it's got that rapey weird blue town mayor from that Rick and Morty season 2, I think, in there instead. Brilliant. Shark Robot. Oh, we're going to come back to it. Thank you very much for that suggestion, dude. I do appreciate that. That website looks like it's kind of geared to my kind of vibe. Excellent. Me and Ken, podcasts are out for the moment. They hurt film cram, basically. If I do like some crams and a podcast get less views, then film cram gets less suggested. So I don't know if we're going to dive into that again. Maybe if we've got more of an established audience on film cram, we'll do that in the future. But the only way I'm going to get an established audience on that is to crack back and do more crams. I want to cram, I'm going to say it now because I know it will never happen, but I want to cram the entire MCU before Infinity War Part 1 comes out. So we'll see. We will see. Watch this space. But thank you very much for the encouragement on the other channel. Beduk Alexis says, I'm from France and I love you. Merci beaucoup, Beduk. J'aime vous. And J Scorpio says, your art is great. Thank you, J Scorpio. That's a very kind comment. Gabriel Regan says, now I want to see you draw Earth-chan. A lot of Earth-chan requests. Does she have long hair or short hair? And Mixel says, or Mixel, I love how the Tide decided to lock down the Tide Pods on supermarkets to avoid getting eaten. I heard about that, actually. Apparently that's not a thing. They are, in the UK, it's really similar with shaving razors and condoms, in that they're high-risk products. People are more likely to steal stuff like that, like detergents and stuff, because they're really pricey and everyone kind of needs them for the sake of washing their clothes. So, like, it's an really, like, psychologically or whatever, oddly enough, like, cleaning detergent stuff is more likely to get stolen than some other things. Shaving razors are often locked up in stores, or, like, really, because it's almost like high-end electronics, like really expensive toothbrushes are often security tagged at my shops, because they're just really pricey and you can't just put it in your pocket and walk out if you wanted to otherwise. And people think, well, I need a toothbrush, but I don't need to pay, which is called theft. But no, apparently they were on a lockdown way back in the day. It wasn't as a result of this. But yeah, it is, like, the shit behind Tide Pods is fucking amazing. I love it. I don't love that, like, someone has genuinely died, but the fact that people have made it a challenge and genuinely put Tide Pods in their mouth and genuinely bite into them, fucking idiots. Like, I love that we live in a world where people like that will put that shit on camera, because you can literally look at them and just be like, you're an idiot. I hope you enjoy your views, but you have, like, no value to me as a human being. I hope you get your views in. Hope you've done your fun trending YouTube video. Good for you. If you enjoy it, that's great. But if you're biting down on a Tide Pod to do it, then you might as well just become like a webcam stripper. Why do all of this going through YouTube stuff? Just take off your clothes if you're that desperate for views and money. Don't worry, I'll sign up. Sky Angel Sand says, what do you use to draw? I can see you use Photoshop, but do you also use a drawing tablet like Wacom? Sky Angel Sand, most of the time, I use a Huion GT 2200 version 2 graphics drawing tablet. Huion, because their pens are better now, and in the last few years they've really stepped up their game. They're not at Wacom standards, but price-wise, I think they're much better value for money. Wacom is so expensive. It definitely is better, but if you divide quality over money across both, I think you're paying more than you need to for a Wacom compared to a Huion. Not that I'm paid by Huion to have opinions or anything like that, but that's just my own personal preference. I can't afford a Cintiq. I would love to, in which case I mean a desktop Cintiq. I do have a Companion 2, which I did buy, but I would love to get one. I wouldn't be against it at all. However, when it comes to the market in general, if people ask me where they should start spending their money, I say actually these days there are some alternatives that are worth your time. But there we go. All of the professionals still use Wacom. They still dominate the market. What are you going to do about it? Cup of tea. Yori Bremner says, do you still have some old drawings from your childhood? Maybe you can recreate them. Oh, Yori. Oh, that sounds way better than, because you know when like YouTubers run out of ideas, so they're just like reacting to my old sketchbook drawings. Got to make this video last 10 minutes for ad revenue, and you just kind of like, that's all cool, that's fine. Sometimes it's really insightful and nice to see that artists that you're really fond of did terrible drawings when they were younger. But yeah, that sounds way more interesting to me. Recreating some of my old drawings in a slightly more modern style. That, Yori, is an idea so good. It gets Control Seed. Oh, wait. Highlight. Open up the notepad. Excellent. I'm stealing that idea. Thank you very much, Yori. This is the secret to DWM episodes, everybody. You might think, oh, wow, Mikey is really pleased that he has an audience and he's really grateful for his subscribers. So he tries to make sure that, every week, if he can fit it in, he just has a casual sit down and does his best to talk to us and answer our questions, because he knows that, his whole YouTube lifestyle is dependent on you guys. I'm really glad he knows, who butters his bread, and he tries to make a conversation out of it. That's the false image that I'm trying to sell you. Really, secret to DWM is I ask a question, you guys answer it, and I steal all of your delicious ideas to make my life better. Excellent. Has anybody else got any good ideas for YouTube videos? Just asking for a friend? Get in the comment section as ever. Now, of course, I love you guys, but I will steal your ideas. That's absolutely a given. Enrique-san says, I'm Brazilian. Enrique, excellent dude. Thank you very much for popping along. I hope you guys can keep up with my English. I said this in the last episode, but if English is your second language, it's not your natural language, then I do apologise, because I know that I mumble, sometimes I talk really quickly, it's not the easiest thing to keep up with. I do try to speak as clearly as possible in the tutorial videos, but for DWM, it's unedited, it's a real casual, I don't prep any of this, I just hit record, talk for a bit, and then upload it, basically. And that's why I like doing these series, and that's why it's sustainable, because there's very little effort involved. But yeah, if you can follow along and keep up with Mikey's version of English, I am very impressed. Blavita dobrze angielski. Oh, yeah, that's not Brazilian, by the way, don't worry about it. Crimson Lawheart says, I'm a freelance artist. Awesome! Do you mind checking out my artwork? Thanks. Here's one of my few personal artworks. My OC is Maya Ohara. I got a lot more, but I don't want to spam those links. No, spamming links is no good, but a few I'm going to allow, Crimson Lawheart. Let's have a quick look. Open in a new tab. I hope these links aren't horrible. Oh, shit! Dude! Oh, wait, let's open these other ones. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to describe what I'm seeing in just a minute. Let's open both of these. Sketch 6. Mad H2O. Oh, what? Ah, dude. I'm so jealous of your style. There are some other artists who create artwork to this kind of level, and how to put it, it's definitely anime, but it's got this really clean Western style to the anime, that just works really well for a lot of webcomics and stuff. So what is this? Some kind of half fox character, combat women, bandaged up, cut to fuck. Dude, those links are welcome. That was really, really good. Excellent stuff. If any of you guys are curious, get into the comment section of DWM 74. That's where I'm reading from. Wait, 75? Wait, the last episode, basically. Crimson Lawheart's got some excellent art. Well done, good sir. President Ritsu says, yes. Do I need to say anything else? I guess not, President Ritsu. That's obviously in reference to Tide Pod Chan. And please stop calling me doctor. I'm of a rapist. Anyway, I want her to burst in my mouth. Delicious. That's so gross. President Ritsu says, I'm from the Maldives, and Mikey, I need more help on drawing boobs. Chugs a bottle of Tide detergent. Yeah, knock back. Delicious. Knock back that Tide. Knock back that Clorox. Live your dreams. Hashtag quote unquote. Corrupted Void says, hey Mikey, hello there Corrupted. I want your opinion. Is it bad that I only draw when I'm motivated, like after finishing a really good show or anime or finding a really good song that makes you almost want to loop it for several days? By the way, I just finished watching Berserk and don't know if I'll want to watch Berserk 2016 after seeing Casca getting raped, though seeing Guts vs 100 was cool. Corrupted Void, so much to say. If you're drawing for a hobby, don't worry about it. If you only want to draw and you're motivated, do it. It's fine. If it's a hobby, do it as much or as little as you like. If you're trying to create something, you might want to set yourself a schedule. If you're trying to get better, maybe you need to make sure you do a few things. But if you're drawing for fun, have it as fun. No worries at all, dude. Every now and then try to challenge yourself if you can, because you will find it quite rewarding, I'm sure. Yeah, Guts, Berserk for manga. I shout about Berserk all the time. It's easily in my top 5 manga. Ooh, that's a risky thing to say, but I'm pretty sure it's true. But yeah, no, it's got incredibly mature themes. It's not for children. Absolutely, there's like rape in there and a lot of murder. Like, you can kind of skip over those bits if you're wanting to get a kid into it, but like, you'd have to monitor their reading pattern and work out which like chapters you have to skip out. Just know that something bad happened. On to the next one. Yeah, and Berserk v 2016, I don't recommend it. As simple as that. I mean, if you really want to watch Berserk instead of reading it, fine, you've got little choice. That's the only place to go. But it's not very well put together. It's CG animation. A lot of it's lacking. Apparently the second season's better. Excuse me, blowing my nose. I wish it was better, basically, because the source material is so good. And I'm not angry particularly at the guy who does Berserk, because sure, if the studio says we want to pick up the license to animate your work, here's a load of money, brilliant. He's done an amazing manga. He deserves all the success he can get. I just wish a better studio had picked up that license to do things, really. I really do. What was the studio behind Hunter x Hunter? Someone who just knows more appropriately what to do with material. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it if you do get through it, but yeah, dark themes do continue. Menma Onyx says, hello Mikey, can you draw Earth-chan, please? Oh, there's Earth-chan requests through the wazoo. That is going to happen. It's a matter of time, isn't it? Oh god, I'm going to eat some lunch after I record this. I know you guys don't need to hear this. I'm going to eat some lunch after I record this, and then work out. I need to do some back to basics. I need to get some practice in. Or dive straight into an Earth-chan. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Hi, I'm from Romania, says Giolel Art or Giolel Art. Hello there, good sir. Welcome. Thank you very much for popping along. And Mariam Ackerman says, we need more complicated poses and more poses where people in the scene interact or overlap each other. I mess up at least one of 3 of my characters as soon as I put them together or near each other. Also, having a nice background and creating our own extreme range of action poses can be difficult. Sometimes legs, body work, but connection between the spine and the neck area is a bit of a hard task. I'm a long-time follower and I saw all of the vids, but not very specifically about these subjects, so please help me out. Mariam Ackerman, thank you very much for the super long comment. Those are all very good suggestions and all a number of things which are on my to-do list, which again is why we're getting on back to basics as well. Action poses, linking everything together, like not making it look like a weirdly, oddly dull maquette and making sure everything's still fluid in the body, because the body's an organic thing. You want fluid curves. There's a few hard edges from an art perspective, but you want to kind of know what's going on. Oh shit, Mariam, you've double dropped with an extra long second comment. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm going to speed read this one. Let's have a quick look. Tutorials have helped me get through art block. Oh, it's really good. I'm really pleased. I'm forcing myself to get through high-functioning depression, and I know some people have no idea what the depression really is, so I just suggest them to read about it and study the subject before assuming and judging. Oh, Mariam, I'm going to have to read this one now. It's heartfelt, isn't it? And yeah, I'm glad these are of some use. Stick in there. It's tough, especially when you look completely normal on the outside. No thinking, just hating lols. I know I have been diagnosed first by myself and then it turned out to be outright, but then you might even Google it and get to know this stuff eats you alive and takes away everything that you love. Oh, dude, to the point you don't care anymore and you give up. Now seeing it, dude, are you happy with me reading your comment out loud? I hope so, because that's what we do here. But it looks like you're putting yourself out there, so let's have a look. Now, seeing somebody so hardworking and talented and giving so much just for the entertainment and delicious learning purposes, oh, thank you very much. Not forcing, but encouraging and inspiring, spreading positivity and actually giving good advice is amazing. I really wanted to say thank you for being so helpful without even knowing it, I guess. As for subs, be positive and appreciate what you have and what you can achieve with that, my friends, on the internet. Oh, that's a really long comment, but Mariam Ackerman, that's really kind, man. That's touching stuff. Yeah, depression fucks you up. Most people at some point have had some level of depression or just had like really tough stuff being depressed. Like, I know what depression is in a very serious sense, so mate, I absolutely feel you. And yeah, I'm really pleased you get, like, 'cause I'm always pleased to hear people find my videos useful to draw, but if like it helps you in any other way, I'm over the moon. Absolutely. And yeah, I do like doing this, and I'm really pleased it's been of some use to you guys out there as well. Oh wow, I got really heartfelt just then. Oh dude, thank you so much for that comment. That is super nice. But onward we go. Penguin Forever One Gaming says, hey Mikey. Hello Penguin Forever One. Awesome drawings as always, and to answer the question from the last episode, I'm watching from Mexico, but I'm from America. Recently I've been watching the DWM episodes from the beginning, and it's funny hearing people comment about how you should start live streaming, and a few years later it happened! Hashtag hardcore crew! Also a quick question, will the streams used in these DWM episodes be uploaded to YouTube? Penguin Forever Gaming, yeah, I know, right? Like originally, I mean, if you start from the very beginning, you'll notice I talked and drew, and then we had to split it out. And then, yeah, I was always thinking about streaming, and at some point towards the end of last year, I forked out. Thankfully, I was earning enough on Patreon, got a good internet connection with a different provider, bought myself a webcam. Wow, technology, huh? We're doing stuff and ting. It's all still a little bit by the string of a cat's guts. It's right on edge, and we're barely making it work with what I've got to work with. But I'm really, really pleased it's all kind of developing. It's kind of growing. It's basically a hobby that's becoming slowly more advanced. My hobby now uses a lot of more advanced tech than it used to. It's great. I'm really, really pleased about it. It's thanks to everybody's support that it happens. Streams used in the DWM episodes uploaded to YouTube. So Penguin Forever Gaming. Actually, yes and no. In that those live streams are 7 hours long and so on. And Twitch deletes them after 15 days, so they don't last forever. So what I do is I take those really long live streams and I upload them to the second channel, Mega 2, but I only make them accessible as an archive as a Patreon reward, because I think you've got to be quite hardcore if you really want to sit through the entire live stream again more than 15 days after I've done it. So it's available on Twitch to rewatch for anyone just for a limited time, and I thought as another kind of Patreon perk to say thank you to those guys, that's where I give all the access to the backlog of all of the archives. But you still get all of the sweet time-lapse versions with my dulcet tones talking on here. And if you're ever curious and you can ever find the time for it, just join me live on Twitch. Come hang out there. And it's really cool. It's where it's really interactive these days. Patrick Shandle says, "Hey Mikey, I just wanted to ask, what's up with the My Art Your Design competition?" Patrick, alarms, alert. That is a sip of tea alert right there. Delicious. My art, your design. Holy Jesus Christ on the cross. Yeah. You know what? It's coming up to a year. I am nearly a year late at My Art, Your Design. Oh my goodness. It's a deep burn. I'm not going to say it's dead. It is absolutely not dead. Patrick, watch this space. Watch this space. Eventually. Oh shit. That's such a good idea as well. I've just not followed through. For anybody who's a bit newer, welcome. Bloody love you guys. What Patrick's talking to is MAYD, MAYD, which stands for My Art, Your Design. It's a great gimmick idea I got after watching loads of Yai. Yesterday I asked you, and I was like, wow, I need to come up with a thing that's its own sounding thing, but it's better than Yai. So I was like, MAYD, My Art, Your Design. If you've got a character, I'll get it made. So maybe you've got your own character version and I redraw it, or you've got just a description and I'll put my own style to it. A really fun series that I had an idea for. Turns out it takes ages. It basically becomes you just doing commission pieces all the time, which I just didn't manage to fit in. But I'm still really up for it. And there's other things, there's other ideas. We've had so many ideas, you guys, between us. Abomination combination, which is you guys name 3 random animals, and I'll draw an abomination combination of them. There's so many ideas for little series to do. All of the Draw Simple Easy stuff, if you guys remember that. Draw Simple Easy, where basically it was less of a drawing tutorial and more a tutorial on drawing one particular picture of your favorite anime character. So, you could literally measure out this head is twice, the shoulders are twice as far apart as the head, and it's exactly 3 mouth sizes up to the eye, or something like that, where we basically broke down a particular popular image. So if you just wanted to draw an anime character, then you can kind of follow along with a quick tutorial there. That had to fall by the wayside, not because I wasn't enjoying doing it. It's nice to pop those out, but simply because I can manage about 3 videos a week and still do other stuff. And all the reviews started happening. And I thought, well, we'll fit in the reviews and I'll still do the Draw Simple Easy. But once those reviews started coming in, more and more people just keep getting in touch with me now, which is fucking awesome. I'm not ungrateful. But it does mean I'm just wow. Mondays and Tuesdays are pretty much Mondays or Tuesdays, I should say, depending on uploads, are pretty much just review days now. But yeah, there's so much stuff. Like, there's no... The one thing that I'm not concerned about is I don't feel like, oh shit, I'm going to run out of stuff to do on YouTube anytime soon. There is loads to get done. God knows what the end game is. I can't be YouTubing when I'm 60, but like, something. Open a drawing school? Would that be a thing? FZD Design did something like that in China. It's fucking amazing, apparently. Anyway, watch your space. What were you saying? My Art Your Design? Yeah, that's what we'll do. I'm really, really sorry, guys. I think I've been like digressing quite a lot with every single question that we've got. Sometimes I do try to speed my way through, but I know I'm going to be missing out a lot of comments this particular episode. We've got quite a few in the chat, which I do appreciate. Jel Newman says, hey Mikey, hello Jel. Recently found your channel on Twitch and searched for you on YouTube. Oh, you've come in from the Twitch direction. Welcome in that case. I'm glad I did. As for my country, greetings from the Netherlands. Awesome, dude. Very, very cool. I know Cal Says Woof, if you follow them on Twitch, or like Madeline Inks art streams or anything like that. He's from the Netherlands as well, I think. Paradraws says, I don't usually like anime, but Devilman Crybaby is interesting so far. Okay, Paradraws, because a lot of people have been telling me to give that a go. I'm going to remind myself again in a notepad. There's been so many Devilman iterations, but yeah, I've heard about that. And Akira Ishin says, I'm working on my comic, coming along nicely. And bro, look up Bunny Ayumi, and then you can come back and tell me if the Earth is flat or not. Bunny Ayumi. Control C. P.S. I've been wanting to make a joke for 2 weeks now, but I'm too busy with work to draw it out, and you probably wouldn't get it if you saw it. Oh well. Akira Ishin, if you've got a joke to draw, get on that habit. Draw it up. See what happens. Bunny Ayumi. Holy! Just... So, Bunny Ayumi, I'm assuming, is a cosplayer. Thankfully, all of my Google image results are technically safe for work. But, Jesus. Nothing's flat. Nothing's flat in these pictures. Okay, great. Back to the comment section. I'll leave that tab open later for, research purposes. Anti-Comunista says, hey Mike, Brazilian here. Love your work. Well, obrigado. Thank you very much, dude. And welcome. Ale says, what program do you use? Ale. You making this a sip of tea thing? Photoshop, sir and or madam. Good old bit of Photoshop. And Stardusted Art says, ooh, I love the Tide Pod Chan. Thank you. I feel so sorry when I eat her. Love from Canada. EC Drawing says, where did you start sharing your drawings that made you more popular the fastest? P.S. heard Killing Bites is a good anime. Thanks for the suggestion. EC Drawing, how to get more popular the fastest? I think what your question is kind of like how to get a big audience, maybe? Killing Bites. Oh yeah, this was mentioned last time. I've already got that on my to-do list, thank you. Oh god, I've just gone past that other bunny tab again. Bunny Ayumi. Anyway, basically, I think mixing up's really good. Instagram is really good if you like to do lots of drawings. Make sure you do loads of tags to get your work seen on Instagram. And link it to other stuff. DeviantArt has a really strong community of artists. Although I think stuff on there goes a bit etchy a bit quickly sometimes. There's Newgrounds, which is a bit more serious for artists and animators. And then there's the old YouTube, or living on Twitch. Basically, put your art out there on whatever you can, I'd say. And then slowly work out where you get the best results and then focus there. Ian Igodin... Oh my god, your name. Ian Igodinefimos. Yannigadefoganafimus. Oh fuck. I rounded up the likes bar to a perfect 1k for you. Ian, or whatever your name is, I'm sorry I'm ruining it. Thank you very much. Thank you anyone who gives a like on any of these videos. It really helps me out with that YouTube algorithm. Although, I've said this before, my channel is YouTube, like, it's safe for work and it's fine. But like my channel is like on the YouTube hit list. So like a lot of my videos, YouTube won't promote them. Like it won't even remind you that it's in your tabs and stuff like that on your trending things. It's a real pain in the ass. So do turn on the notifications icon so you'll always see when I get a new video through, because YouTube won't put it up there like with similar videos as much as it used to, because they're trying to play it so safe these days. They never talk about it. They never quite talk about what the algorithm's up to because they change it all the time. Here's a little fact that I got from my manager a while ago. In the last 365 days, the YouTube algorithm they changed what it does and how it works. I think something like 195 times. So like they're always adapting it. It's always something new. It's always doing a different thing. But yeah, it doesn't like Mikey Mega Mega. So like those videos get suppressed, which is a bugger. But fuck it, I'm going to do what I want regardless. Hashtag I still need to eat food. Hava Pamel says she's so cute and she is delicious. Of course those tripods are. And the anime lover says, what's your job? The anime lover. Well, office job, not particularly interesting. But again, like I'm saying, we're in a kind of interesting time of the year for Mikey is how I'm going to put it. So I'm going to test out what's going on. And then maybe I'll just kind of update you guys with some changes. Who knows? Watch this space. And shut up and look at my profile picture. Says, I live in London. I don't even want to know. Is that a disgusting toe with an infected toenail? What the fuck is that? I don't know what I'm looking at, but I think it's disgusting and I don't want to zoom in. You live in London. Good for you, dude. Anyway, gamers gonna game. Gamers gonna game. Oh my god, yes, I love Tide Pod Chan. P.S. I love anthropomorphism, but not just of furries, just like objects. Object plus Chan is a big thing these days, gamers going game. I think it might be the future. Ree says, so cute, but so unreachable. And Ahmed El Mawadri says, can you make an episode about how to do an anime version of an actual character? Yes, indeed. That will be less of a DWM and more of an actual tutorial. So we'll come back to that. Game Related says, hey Mikey Mega Mega, keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Game Related. How you doing? You've helped me so much with my manga art and started to get back into it again. Quick question. I know you're super busy, but what is your most preferred way to draw? Traditional versus digital? As I'm struggling to stick to one, I still much prefer traditional method, but I love the tricks you can do with digital drawing. I have an iPad Pro with the Pro Pencil and so far it's great to use. Thanks again. P.S. I'm originally from read more, Salvador, but now I live in Australia. But where are you, Mikey, my man? Game Related, that's really fucking cool. I'm in south of London. I'm southeast England, and basically, yeah, like I massively prefer like the physical act of pencil on paper. The physical act. It sounds really creepy. I really prefer drawing with pencil on paper. I prefer inking on paper. Personally, I find that slightly more therapeutic. I find getting clean lines is much easier in the real world, air quotes real world, and like mapping out a character I find much easier. But digital is better for everything else. You can change up your artwork, copy stuff, play around with it, resize things as much or as little as you like, which is great. It allows you so much more freedom. But you can't carry around a digital drawing tablet with you all the time. Well, to be fair, an iPad's actually probably a great intermediary moment in that whole process. But yeah, there's a lot to do with digital art, and people expect a lot more digital these days. I've got time for anybody who sticks to traditional all the time. There's somebody on Twitch, seeing as that's coming up a lot these days, called, oh shit, is her name just Claire or something like that? But she only does traditional artwork, and hats off to her as well. It's really, really good. Pengu Kleiner, I think, just does traditional, and Tofu Senshi as well. Loads of good Twitchers out there who stick with that way and like stuff like that. But the reason I go more digital these days is because like I want to explore digital painting. I want to get into that side more than traditional painting, as much as I'd love all of it. But yeah, I think digital is going to serve you better in the long run if you're trying to make a bit of a career out of it. You can produce quickly and copy work. But if you want to sit down and just, you know, as a real introvert way to spend your time and get some pleasure, get me a sheet of paper. Absolutely. Anyway, sorry, I've gone a little bit of a side quest with that answer. Tatsuya says, lols, I love how he just drops the earth is flat in there, and it really is. And it really is. People don't just want to be picked on because they believe it's flat, so they end up pretending it's round. Tatsuya, you know it. I mean, you know, like we just around here, like, you know, we have a little joke from time to time on the channel. You know, we try to keep it fun, but seriously, like, realsy, we all know the earth is flat, right? Right, we know it's flat. We pretend it's round. We pretend it's round because society wants everyone to think it's round, but yeah, you and me, we know. So yeah, absolutely, the earth is round. Hashtag we know better. Axio Watt says, I don't know why I'm making that a thing. I really don't know where that came from. But since we started doing it, I've been really riding it hard. Axio Watt says, yo, Mikey. Axio, always a pleasure to see you, dude, in the chat. I'm from the States. I live in Chicago. Oh, I hear that's an incredible city. But with how the weather changes here, I feel like I live on a grand line. Boom. One Piece reference. It's good to hear your gaming channel is back. Thank you very much. Are you going to have a go at Telltale's The Walking Dead this year? I found the first 2 seasons in the Play Store on my phone. Also, when are you streaming, dude? Axio, I don't have a set, well, after I record this episode, obviously, I don't have a set streaming schedule yet. I'd love to try one out, maybe. And I've said this before because it's much like with my YouTubing. The reason why I've lasted this long is because I somewhat particularly only do as little or as much as I like. And if I set myself a schedule to stream 4 times a week, I'd be like, oh, what if I don't want to? And now I've got to apologise for not streaming. So at the moment, no schedule. Having said all of that, I will experiment in the future, I'm sure, and try to get a proper, because I'm an affiliate with Twitch now, which is great, but I want to get myself a partnership with Twitch, and for that you need to be like a regular streamer. So we will see, which is my way of saying no particular schedule. Try to catch me when you can. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you would like, because I always tweet out there before I go streaming live, because everybody keeps telling me they're not getting the notifications when I go live on Twitch, and I have no idea why. I have no idea why that is. Anywho, what else were you saying? Oh yeah, thank you very much. The channel is back, and The Walking Dead. A lot of people used to recommend that the other year, but I tried playing that. But the thing is, right, and I hear it's really, really good, but I didn't massively enjoy Heavy Rain. I thought Heavy Rain was definitely a very good game. But like, I remember finishing that, and after being like, wow, that's what happened. But during the game, all of those QuickTime commands and stuff, like, all of those QuickTime events, how to put it, is like, it borderline didn't matter. Like, you'd either press it and the scene would go really smoothly, or you'd fail all the QuickTime events. I did it in a video game. There's a QuickTime thing where you're on a motorway and you've got to avoid crashing into cars. And I just sat there and didn't press any of the buttons, and you still get to the end of the motorway. So I don't think that type is the sort of thing that I'm massively into, even though, despite saying all of that, I clearly saw that it was a good game, a really good game. And I'm a bit worried that the Telltale Walking Dead series are going to be like a little bit slow and long like that. I don't mind the idea. If it's got a load of, like, you know, really important decision making to get you from A to B, then I'm definitely curious. And I do keep hearing about it, but is there like a million versions of them now? Like, there's Telltale's Walking Dead seasons 1 through 5 or something? I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm still struggling whether or not I'm going to buy Monster Hunter World. Because people keep telling me to, like, get involved with that, and I should be playing modern video games. I don't know, man. I don't know. Tatsuya Tobimatsu says, awesome. You are awesome. Why is it fate that I cannot draw as good as an illustration like you? Oh, Tatsuya, thank you very much. That is also another incredibly kind thing to say. Thank you, dude. And Staifu Haizu. Am I saying that correctly? Stephen. Stephen. Your name's written in, for anybody who thinks I've gone mental. Your name, your name is written in katakana, which I'm a little bit rusty at. Jesus, it took me a while to understand that your name's just Stephen. Anyway, Stephen Haizu, I'd totally buy your merchandise if you bring it out. Thank you very much. I'm glad I got your name right then. Such a sick artist. Thank you, dude. One of the best anime and manga artists I've ever seen. Epic. Sincerely from an Englishman living in Japan. Stephen. Even better then in that case. For the Englishness. Excellent. Well done. And the fact you live in Japan, I'm incredibly jealous. Excellent. Thank you very much for that encouragement, dude. Oh, I fucking love these episodes sometimes. Sometimes it's really nice. Like, it becomes all about me feeling good. But I love it. I'm not going to lie. Dream Gamer says, just one question. Big anime boobs or thick anime thighs? Hardest question in the universe. Dream Gamer. Dream Weaver. Wayne's World. In real life, when it comes to tits and ass, not that we don't respect women like that, so we say bums or boobs or whatever it is, because we respect women. Same for men. It's fine. If you're going to judge one, judge the other. But I do a lot of big boob drawings because you need to get those views in the thumbnails. I've gotten really used to doing it. and it is a bit of my sort of forte. But when it comes to boobs or bum, I'm probably more of a bum guy. You know, truth be told, there you go, in real life. And in anime, or for your character design, big boobs or thick anime thighs, I've started following a lot more artists who draw thick anime characters these days. Just kind of like have a real, slightly heavier vibe about them. And thick thighs is like a really good look these days in terms of like character design. I'm not talking about a sexy way, but just what makes up like a really cool, funky image. I quite like it. We'll see how we go. It is a hard question indeed. And how we do... Oh, we're nearly running out of time, everybody. One more comment, I think, maybe two. I'm going to have a scroll down because I've been scrolling from the top. Thank you so much, you guys, for getting in the comment section as ever. Unfortunately, actually, let's just have a quick look. How many have we got? Not loads, but... Oh, shit the bed. Basically, guys, there's 316 comments. So there's no way I was going to catch them all. So we're just going to skim through... Oh my god, I can't even read your name, it's in Cyrillic. I want to say Umdun Krovov. Anyway, somebody's basically saying, I've never been into an English-speaking country, but I understand you. Also, you've got good drawing skills. Thank you very much, sir. I can't phonetically say out your name, but thank you. 7 likes Tide Pod Chans. Daisuke Uchiha is here. Belarus is here. Ishan Verma. Espringt Ao Kuhai, you're all saying lovely stuff. Atomic Art wants me to do Ugandan. Knuckles Chan, of course. Rocky Tech is watching from India's. Thank you very much, dude. Chameleon S is here. Came for the conspiracy theory, stayed for the art, camped for the mumbling story time, flew high for the energy drink talk. Hashtag hardcore haiku. Chameleon S, stay beautiful. Thank you very much, dude. Always a pleasure catching you. Dark Luke, Thunderguns Pro X. Look, basically, I just wanted to say hello to as many of you guys as I could. Thank you so much for diving into the comment section. Let's read one last really quick one. I'm just going to scroll down so that I'm like really deep into a load of comments. Pick one at random. Stop. Liam Lundy says, I live in Canada. My first language was German. That's where my mother's from. Then English, then French. And I'm learning Japanese right now. That, Liam Lundy, is incredible. I love language skills. That's so cool. Also, if you run into a gang here, you can probably tell them to go away and they would do so without arguing. Oh, so nice in Canada, eh? Oh, I am a little bit jealous. Well, guys... Good day, Mikey, says General Zahagi. Good day to you too. There we go, I fit in another one. When you're right, but Earth Chad isn't. We'll get there. And Nona Gray says, Mikey, you seem like the kind of person who likes Kokichi and Miyu. Granted, I'm one of those people as well, but still. Kokichi and Miyu. Okay, one quick last open in another tab, and then we must wrap up. But I love stealing ideas. Wow, this is like, I've never seen this as well. What? I'm so out of touch with stuff. Is this also a game? Excellent. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Nona Gray. Excellent. Always a pleasure. Okay, so, guys, there's been loads of comments in this section. I really absolutely appreciate it, obviously. If you guys have got something to say and I've not been able to read it out this time, you know what to do. Just copy paste it, stick it into the comment section of this video. With any luck, I'll catch it next time. I'm just kind of like, I dive in and I try to get through as many comments as possible. I did ramble on a little bit this time, which eats into the time, unfortunately. But of course, it is lovely having a catch up with you guys. As ever, the only reason why this is possible, as well as the fact that for me personally, I just try to keep it up because I enjoy it. But the reason why I'm able to do it financially is simply because of the delicious patrons on Patreon. So let's all stop and appreciate these people, because if you like what I do, let's like these people because they help me do it. An extra great big thank you to Mike, Simon B, John Hall V, I want to say Ollie CB, but you've got like a sub name, which is Ghost91120. There's Fur, Thomas C, Shinobu, Fur, I always wonder if I say that correctly. G Zahaki, Homongchi L, Blue Mercy Studios, John D, Cogleaf, Ray C, The Clamps, TAVR, Joe R, Kaidi Art, Ryder2KX, Josh, Michael S, Trent H, Adam D, Luke C, Wes B, Steve R, Julio Felix O, Savon S, Jamie, Carlos R, Taylor S, Jake Y, Furry Friend, Rory A. So many of you guys like supporting Mikey these days. I'm actually fucking touched. It's really cool, by the way. Dave W, Quay Joseph, Christian L, Gabriel R, Minion715, ICZ, Adam T, Nikolai HH, and of course there are a loads more lower tier patrons on Patreon who you've seen on the list. There's lower tier patrons again who just get copies of all of my artwork. If you're ever curious or want access to the artwork, the archive footage, or my alternative drawings I do for some things, alert, some of them are a little bit risky. But just get involved in Patreon. Pop in and say hi if you ever want to. As little as $1 helps Mikey out. And of course, I massively appreciate it. I hope you guys all have an absolutely fantastic week. What are we going to do this weekend? I have no idea. What have you just been watching on your screens? I have no idea again, but I'll see you guys next time. Take care.